What's up YouTube, Webberz05 here, coming out today with Q&A number 19. So following the trend of what I've been doing the past couple of Q&As of doing it whilst I'm doing something else, I will once again be doing this Q&A while I'm playing Pokemon Violet. I did want to switch things, originally I did want to switch things up by playing something different to follow the trend of what I've been doing. However, for those who have been playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, at the time of me recording this, you guys will know, 2 days from now, the Charizard raid den starts up, so naturally I need to start preparing for it because my Azumarill is nowhere near close to being ready for that raid. So continue playing it now so I can start getting ready for that raid. Okay, so I've got a couple extra questions on here today, so let's get into it. So as per usual, my starting questions are from my good friend DarkPagician84. Who has a starting comment from the previous Q&A stating, "I agree about Lair of Darkness. To hell with that card." Agreed. Question 1. Have you considered playing a deck that runs Nirvana High Paladin, Endymion and Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon together? I've never actually considered doing that. However, when I first read this, when you posted it, I thought to myself, that actually sounds like it could be really interesting. I don't know if it would work, but I'm definitely willing to give it a go and find out. So guys, sorry, someone just caught in my throat. So as I was saying, yes, I'm definitely willing to give that a shot. Definitely sounds like it could be interesting. I'm currently in the position that I'm currently theory crafting ideas for it. Haven't really had too much time to focus on it properly yet, but I definitely do want to give this a try. And who knows, if I can get it built together before next week, maybe I will play it in tournament. So yeah, but again, naturally combining the Nirvana High Paladin with Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, that's easy. I've done that before. But adding Endymion into the mix, considering that it plays quite differently, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. But, like I said, willing to give it a go. Okay. And then you've just posted a small comment before your next question. There's 4 decks I hate that I forgot to add to my top list of hated decks. So question 2, thoughts on Trap Tricks? I, like so many others, have had to deal with the horrors of trap tricks. Not necessarily the monsters, but most certainly the trap holes, because they are not fun to deal with. Trap tricks I found were quite annoying back in their time, simply because they were just immune to all these trap effects, and back at the time you kind of still had to play traps, which was really annoying. And I've also seen now that they're getting a new structure deck, so yeah, interesting to see what they're going to be like after the structure deck, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to be going against it after they get the stuff in the structure deck. Oh, why am I getting so many horrible items? I need stuff that sells for a lot because I need money. Grab the ice. Oh, that's good. So yeah, don't get me wrong, I do like the concept of Trap Tricks Chimera Reflation is the fusion for thingy. Ooh, Tinker Tink. I don't have one of those yet. Is that a chest? I think that's a chest. No, that's the wrong thing. I don't like this new system of how they've done the menu in the game. I'm so used to like the option of going into my box being the first thing, but now it's just my bag. Oh, which box am I looking for again? Oh yeah, Pokeballs. I want to see if I've got any quick balls. Oh yeah, I've got loads of quick balls. Okay. Aim. Please don't get caught off guard. Nope, didn't catch it off guard. Ooh, there's a loose Gimmighoul there. Nice. Right, I was supposed to be talking about I was supposed to be giving my thoughts about Trap Tricks. So yeah, overall, when they added in Rafflesia and Breakers of Shadow, that made it quite interesting. Lots of people were like using it in their decks. I too was using it temporarily, but never really got around to it using it properly, but still, should be interested to see what the deck does with the new stuff. That's another Pokemon on my decks. Hello. 4 Gimmighoul coins, nice. Okay, chest, let's see what you give me. Who's in the front? Yeah, that works. That was level 20. Quick ball that. Okay, so yeah, moving on. Question 3: thoughts on Triple D? So back in the day, back when they first got revealed as a deck, they didn't really do too much because they didn't have enough support. But over the time when they got more support from their structure deck, 60 coins, nice. So yeah, after the DDD got the structure set, they started becoming like properly competitive. I was seeing them like I was pretty much seeing it everywhere, kind of at locals, because the deck just did so much. Naturally, I had a small interest in it because naturally it did use pendulums, but I like them in a way similar to like how I like Endymion, because they use pendulums, but not in a pendulum summoning way, so which makes them a bit more interesting. Because from what a lot of people have seen with DDDs, they have the ability to use pendulum monsters to go into fusion, synchro, and XZ summons without using their pendulum summon at all, which is completely insane. Do I want to do this raid? Yeah, I'll do this raid. Connect to the internet. Connecting. Get on with it. There we go. Let's get this raid done. Water type. Change. Water, but the original is flying, so I should use an electric type. It's a 3-star raid, I can handle this by myself. So yeah, DDDs overall pretty good back in the day. They kind of seem to have shifted out a bit recently. I think they work quite a bit differently now ever since they got the link mods to Gilgamesh and then the new XZ's Pendulum. Haven't really seen too much of what they're doing now, so I'd have to do some research to figure that out, but overall I thought DDDs have been a very interesting deck over the years. Okay, question 4. Thoughts on Fluffles? Fluffles, Fluffles are certainly interesting as a deck. They have lots of flexibility in different fusion monsters that they can go into for different reasons. Why didn't that work? No, did work. Here's one show. Catch. Might as well. So yeah, Fluffles, quite. Yeah, they've certainly done some interesting things, different fusion monsters to work around different situations. I will admit though, I don't like Frightfur Sheep. That was such an annoying card to have to deal with, because it's like you have to be able to get rid of it twice, and you can't activate anything if it battles, which makes it very annoying to deal with. And each time it comes out, and if it comes back as a 2800 monster, which is a bit more challenging to get through, particularly at the time because I was playing Odd Eyes, and this was like before. Let's see, it came out in Clash of Rebellion. Let's see, Frightfur Sheep was in Clash of Rebellion, so this was naturally before we had the structure deck to make us super powerful. So like the best option we had was Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, and that wasn't exactly very easy to go into back then. But overall, they've been pretty interesting. They've certainly had some interesting different monsters over the years. Overall, it's a pretty unique fusion deck, I'll say. Question 5. Thoughts on Magical Musketeers? I think I've played against Magical Musketeers once or twice in my time, but I don't really know too much. I know that they're like column-based, I think, and activating effects from their hand. So, yeah, that's pretty much the small extent of what I know about them, but I don't really remember too much else about what they do, so... Wrong button. So yeah, Magical Musketeers, they're alright. Don't really have a huge opinion about them because naturally, as I said, I haven't gone against them too much. Ooh, that's interesting. Ah! Go away. Jumping. It's a... Oop. Knuckle stack. That'll do. Sure, it's still isn't it? So yeah, don't really have a huge opinion on Magical Musketeers because I don't really remember too much about what they do. I remember bits, just not that much. And question 6. And finally, thoughts on my most hated deck in the entire game, Heralds. Yeah, Heralds were not. Yeah, I've played a bit against Heralds from the story mode that you have to do in Master Duel. Heralds are definitely not fun to go against. I've also got a big experience going against them in life. Heralds just are generally not very fun. But, yeah. Don't really like them, but currently really like that Herald of Orange Light is getting limited as of... I think the ban list takes effect as of tomorrow, so... that works for me. But yeah, conveniently I don't have to go up against Heralds too frequently, which makes my life a lot easier. And that's it for questions on Competition 84, and I have another question from my good friend Sparkman, who I believe was formerly known as Spark Tech until he changed it. Sure. Why not? Sure. Why not? Okay, and Sparkman has asked me, have you played many of the YuGiOh video games? If so, what are some of your favourites? For me, I really miss some of the older handheld YuGiOh games that played like JRPS, and despite there being a lot of silly stuff playable, I really enjoyed my time with Master Duel. Yes, I have played some of the older games. Quite a few on the handhelds as well. Like, I've played 2 to 3 different versions of the World Championship games. I played Spirit Caller all on the DS because they were a lot. I found that they were a lot of fun. And oh god, he's charging. Run away! Run away! Run away! Ooh, store power. And climb back up. So yeah, I've played Spirit Caller, which I quite enjoyed playing through the GX storyline. Had a bit of fun building different decks on there, which was good. I've also done the 2 World Championship games of 2007, 2008, also which had decent storylines. I also really enjoyed the tag feature in the storyline of playing with tagging with Neospace and Dark Panther in 2008, which was really enjoyable. It was also like the introduction of evil heroes into the game, which I absolutely loved. Dark Guy FTK was so much fun on the DS. And I generally just enjoy the handhelds for the freedom of just deck building of stuff that's completely random. And then I also played, I think it's the 2011 World Championship game over the Nexus, which is the 5Ds one, because that also introduced turbo duels. So I got to use things like speed counters and all things like that. That was also very fun as well. Lots of the speed spells are quite interesting. So, rather enjoyed that. Oh, that's a train around for Fort. Yeah, that's experience that I need. Fight me, bro. And also, yes, I've played through Master Duel as well. I've really enjoyed playing through lots of the storylines that they keep adding in. I very much enjoyed playing through the World Legacy story. That was really interesting. And because I researched bits into like the proper story arc to it, and this just let me relive it through properly, and that was really amazing, I found. One thing I would really like Master Duel to do is add in the story for Draco Slayers, because I found with the recent support, some of the newer cards properly finish off how the arc ends, so I'd really like to see them redo that. But yeah, overall, lots of the games they've made have been really good. I also remember the times when I was playing YuGiOh Forbidden Memories on the original PlayStation. I remember, and then I lost my copy of the game, and I really got upset about that. because that was just such an interesting playstyle of how to do the gear. It was kind of a combination of Duelist Kingdom rules, which was quite interesting, with also a few other bits into it. Like the ability to just fusion summon by ditching cards in your hand, even if it didn't do a fusion summon. That was pretty interesting. And it was very much enjoyable, but I did kind of struggle a bit with the storyline. But yeah, overall, they've done some pretty interesting video games over the time. And on that note, guys, that's all the questions I have. So thank you very much to DarkPatrician84 and Sparkman for your questions. Very much enjoyed them. And DarkPatrician84, I will let you know when I am making progress with this Nirvana Endymion Odd Eyes deck. Like, I've currently got a couple ideas up in here. I just need to actually trial it and test it out. But I will let you know how it goes. I might try working on it this evening at game night, since it's casuals this evening. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. For those wanting to do more questions on my Q&A, I do these Q&As every Wednesday afternoon UK time. Though technically speaking, I believe at the time I'm doing this. Okay, it's just barely gone afternoon right now, but essentially I just do this Wednesday when I get the chance, UK time. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.